Hey guys, today we'll be having a look at the Star Wars Hot Toys TMS007 The Mandalorian 1/6 scale figure collectible. So right here you have the front of the box with the Mandalorian himself. And then to the side of the box you have another nice picture of the Mandalorian. This is behind the box. The side of the box again. Then here you have the typical Star Wars logo. Same with the bottom of the box as well. So, with no time to waste, let's get into the figure review. So after unboxing the product itself, you kind of get a feel of the accessories inside the package. It comes with quite a generous amount of accessories. The coolest part, of course, is the gun. I'll show you guys a clear in-depth look after I've fully taken up the clamshell, and of course it comes with this slip-in cover as well. Pretty nice. Maybe you could even use this pose as an inspiration for you to display your figure. So the Mandalorian does come with a generous amount of accessories as well. I'll show you guys a close-up of each of the things it comes with. So I'll start by showing you the hands. He comes with 3 pairs of hands. Firstly, of course, you get the relaxed hands. And of course, you also get his fisted hands. And you get his trigger pulling hands. I'm not sure if I kind of chipped off a little bit of paint here when I was putting the gun in, so you guys might have to be extra careful. And of course you got the left side of his trigger pulling hands as well. And then of course you get his, I think it's the communicator. You can kind of like stuff this in his pocket. And if I'm not mistaken, I think, I'm trying to recall, what is this item? I think it's a communicator as well. Pretty nice little red detail. And of course, one of my favorite accessories, the blaster pistol. Very nice detail on the paint. Kind of like the brown tone here. And I did not expect this. It's an interchangeable shoulder pad. I have yet to actually take off the straps from his and replace it with this, but I will definitely try it on later. And of course, the really awesome blaster rifle. I like the kind of tone here, the kind of heat tones that's coming up to, and of course they kind of have this blue color paint at the end to kind of portray the blaster effect, which is this piece. I'll show you guys a close-up later. Overall, great detail. You got the scope, nice little scope here, and if I'm not mistaken, I think you can actually push this thing open, so you can actually slot in a bullet. That's the bullets attached to the Mandalorian. You can close this up. I think this is the best accessory so far that comes with him. You can't go wrong with the nice long rifle here. And of course you get the spikes where you can actually put the Stormtrooper helmet onto. There's 2 actually that you can actually kind of stick it into the holes of the stand right here, these 2 little holes. And last but not least, I think this is such a great Stormtrooper battle damaged, well, more like killed in action kind of helmet, because you got all the bleeding edges here with the blood stains and the dark kind of dirty look. I think this is done really nicely, and that's the part where you can actually poke the spikes through, and you can actually attach it onto the stand where it will just sit standing onto the spikes. Okay. And of course you get the stand itself, where you can actually kind of adjust his leg to actually stand onto the footprint. Got the holes for the spears. Yeah. So that's it for accessory, guys. So for your height measurements, this figure stands at approximately close to about 12 inches and has a width of about 5.5 inches. Now, having a look at the figure itself, this armor is based on his Season 1 appearance, where it leans towards more of a vintage look. Great figure overall, it just has the quality and look and bulk about it. Gotta love the Mandalorian. So let's have a close-up look of his head. The head sculpt is pretty great. Nice paint apps on the helmet with some rusted paint applications done from the front to the back. Kind of wish they gave the actors head sculpt as well, but I can't complain. So far, I think all the budget went to this amazing full armor piece here. And so to have a look at some of the details, the armor chest piece and shoulders are nicely done with a lot of battle damage marks. Very nice detail. And oh yes, I think this is the Beskar armor piece he got later on throughout the early episodes. So actually you could interchange one of the shoulder pads with one of the accessories provided. I think this was acquired later, so you could actually remove this. It's done via a Velcro strap, and then you take this piece and very easily you just, there you go, voila, plug and play. So now I'll show you guys what you can actually do with the other accessories that comes with him. If you intend to keep it displayed and stored on him, you can actually attach his pistols in this kind of PVC material pocket. A little side thing I would like to mention, I don't really like this material because I find that it's easily damaged. It's very, very fragile. So you can actually push this piece up. You can actually insert the gun piece all the way to the bottom, and you can actually slot this in through here, but I'm kind of worried how far the gun is actually going through the pocket, and I'm starting to think if this is even possible pushing through. Well, I think you can with a bit of futzing around, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. And then of course you can also attach the blaster rifle. Having a look at this back piece, you can actually put it through this straps. It's actually attached by magnet. So what you normally do is that you would actually put the gun through this little hole through the cape, and it will kind of insert itself in here. So you face this strap to the front where it clicks into this little hole here. So I'm just going to show you guys briefly without actually putting it through the cape. So you insert the gun like this, and of course you would tend to just click it into place, and there you go. Voila, looking awesome. It's lock and loaded. Oh, and another side thing I would like to mention, if you notice, these are little amazing bullets that you can attach on the bandolier that you can actually take out, and you actually could insert it into the gun as shown earlier, that there's a slot for you to put it in. It's just it's pretty cool, huh? I mean, I just love the little touches that Hot Toys has given us to actually, you know, make it a bit more fun in terms of the fun factor of playing with the little things. And now finally, you have this. I'm not too sure it's whether it's a detonator or a communicator. So you can actually decide where you want to put it as well. I kind of slot it in here, I guess. It's really up to you. That's the fun part. You decide where you want to, how you want to display this guy. And of course, the knee armor pads are easily removable as well. They're Velcro as well. I'm just not too sure how long Velcros tend to last when you remove them and you reattach them, but I try not to do too much. So overall, I think the suit's pretty sturdy itself, probably because they have incorporated a fat suit underneath him to give him the bulkiness. Well, it does hinder a bit of articulation, but it's still kind of decent enough for me to move his joints around. I've heard some collectors have removed the fat suit so that you can actually have, more articulation. Maybe you could raise his arm higher than you can when you remove the suit. Yeah. So basically you can find this guy from many retail stores, although locally this figure has been sold out due to the popularity of the series. Everyone's jumping on the hype train. I got this guy for a pre-order price of 860 ringgit, which converts to about 209 US dollars. This figure is highly recommended and it's still currently available in the US markets. I think if you plan to own this guy, you can still get him. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this short review and have a look at my articulation and pose segment. Cheers guys, have a great one. So for articulation, let's start with the head sculpt. The Mandalorian could look left, you can look right. You can also go full 360, but I don't really want to do that because if you look underneath, it's there's a lot of cloth goods connected to the ball joint in his head, and of course you could have his hands going up about that much because due to the fat suit I don't want to kind of push it to rip the material. It does have a bicep swivel. The hands go up to more than 90 degrees, which is really good. Of course, like I said, if you were to custom it yourself, maybe if you could take out the fat suit, you could probably go even higher than it is. So for the well, we'll just leave that aside. For the upper body articulation, you could look down about that much. Yeah, you could even go back about that much as well, but due to the fat suit, like I said inside, it does hinder the articulation. And as for the legs, it goes up to about that much, and you do have some upper thigh swivel inside. The knees, they bend a pretty generous amount. It bends about that much. And of course his feet, they have the side to side pivot and you can hinge up and down. Well, it does come out due to the fact that once it hit this part, it can't really go more than that, but you could have it's a really generous amount of articulation on the boots. So overall, yeah, that's it for articulation. Alright guys, that brings me to the end of the review. Please like, subscribe and comment if you have any feedbacks from me on how I can improve my channel or my video. Stay tuned for more contents on more figure reviews, and thanks again guys, have a great one.